Looking over the 65-team bracket that the committee released tonight, there are a few first-round games that jump out to me as being pretty interesting ones. First of all, in the East region, you look at the seed that Wisconsin got as a 12 seed. Now, when I did my projection, I had them as an 8 or a 9 seed, but they dropped to a 12. If you're Florida State, you can't be very happy that you're opening with Wisconsin as a 12 seed, especially when the 4 seed Xavier in that region gets Portland State. Move down the bracket to the South region, and you've got an Illinois team that has proven it's not very good without its point guard Chester Frazier, who will not be there for the tournament, and they've got to open up against Western Kentucky, the Sun Belt champion. That is an upset special in the making. Over on the other side of the bracket, in the West region, you've got a Utah State team that just won the WAC tournament playing against a weakened Marquette team without Dominic James. That's another upset in the making. And then you start to look at the number 1 seeds, and you wonder which one's going to lose first. How about UConn? The Huskies, without Jerome Dyson, have proven they are susceptible to some letdowns, especially in the second half. And I look for them to go down to either BYU in the second round, and if they don't lose to BYU, a hot Purdue team could definitely take them down. In fact, I've got Purdue playing Missouri in the Elite Eight in that region, with Missouri moving on to the Final Four. The other number 1 seed that could go down early, Oklahoma. The Sooners have shown lately that they're kind of one-dimensional with Blake Griffin, especially when point guard Willie Warren is having his ups and downs as he's had late in the season, which is fairly typical for a freshman. Going into the postseason, that could be a problem for the Sooners. I don't think they're going to get out of that region. In fact, I've got Gonzaga, of all teams, coming out of that region, simply because they've got a balanced front court and they've got a great point guard in Jeremy Pargo, who's not a great shooter, but gets his teammates involved. The number 1 seed I like the best is Pitt. They're my national champion. You know, they've got DeJuan Blair up front and a great point guard in Levance Fields. I see them beating Gonzaga in the semifinals and beating Kansas, the defending champion, for the national championship.